The ring wasn't the beginning. Before Hal Jordan, before the Green Lantern Corps, before any oath was ever spoken, something older crossed the entire multiverse and changed everything. Look closer at the ring itself. Forged from pure willpower, it channels the green light of the emotional spectrum into hard, unbreakable constructs shaped by nothing but its wearer's mind. But a ring is only a tool. It has to be charged, and its power flows from an object far stranger and far older, the Green Lantern power battery. The battery hums with green fire, an ancient alien lantern with a circular handle and a burning emblem. Every Green Lantern kneels before it to recharge their... For decades, fans believed this was where it all started. The battery, the ring, the oath. But that story hides a secret buried 10 billion years deep. To find the truth, we have to leave this universe entirely. We travel forward to a doomed world called Earth 15 in the far future of humankind. There lived a brilliant scientist named Volthoom. His planet was dying, and he refused to accept it. With his mother, he searched for a way to save everything. Together, they discovered a hidden force woven through all of reality, the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, a living energy powered by the feelings of every being alive. Emotion, they realized, was not weakness, it was fuel. And if they could harness it, they could tear open the walls between worlds and outrun their planet's death. They built a machine, not a weapon, not a ring, a lantern, an experimental engine designed to carry a single traveler across the entire multiverse. They called it the Travel Lantern. It could pierce the barriers between universes and even fold time itself, opening doorways no living creature had ever crossed before. Volthoom stepped inside, gripped the lantern, and vanished from Earth 15. The machine hurled him through the multiverse, world after world flashing past in impossible color. He bounced across realities he was never meant to see. On one dark Earth, a piece of his soul was torn away and sealed inside an evil power. The multiverse was not empty. It was alive with light, 7 raw colors of emotion, each one a force older than any god, waiting to be claimed. Red for rage, orange for greed, yellow for fear, green for willpower, blue for hope, indigo for compassion, and violet for love. 7 lights, 1 spectrum. Volthoom's journey finally ended 10 billion years in the past, on a quiet world called Maltus, home to a race of immortal blue-skinned beings obsessed with knowledge. These were the Malthusians. One day, they would become the guardians of the universe, the tiny blue masters who would build the Green Lantern Corps itself. Believing emotion clouded pure logic, the Malthusians made a fateful choice. They tore their own feelings out of their bodies and poured them into a single great heart. In that instant, the raw emotional spectrum collapsed into a shape no one expected. The very first power ring, blazing with the light of all creation. And Volthoom was standing right there. He seized the first ring before anyone else could touch it, becoming the very first being in all reality to wield its power. He became the first Lantern. The Malthusians sealed the great heart inside his chest, connecting him to the emotions of every living thing across the entire multiverse. Imagine feeling everything at once, every joy, every terror, every dying scream in existence pouring into one fragile mind. No one was ever built to carry that. The power that made him a god slowly drove him insane. The first Lantern's eyes burned with light as the weight of infinite emotion cracked him apart. One guardian named Rami saw the future in Volthoom's madness. He learned that the first Lantern was destined to destroy his own homeworld and countless others. The Guardians moved to take his ring. Volthoom refused, and in his fury he slaughtered thousands of them. Rami and a handful of survivors barely escaped the massacre. To stop him, Rami did the unthinkable. He shattered the Travel Lantern, the very machine that started it all, and reforged its broken pieces into something new. From the ruins of the Travel Lantern, he forged the first Green Lantern power battery, the same battery every Corps member would one day kneel before to recharge. The green light of willpower was chosen above all others, and the Green Lantern Corps was born to guard every sector of the universe from fear and chaos. When Hal Jordan first lifted that ring, he inherited a legacy older than the stars, born from a dying world, a mad genius, and a single stolen machine. The ring was never the beginning. Before every hero and every oath, a machine crossed the multiverse and created the first Lantern. This is Green Lantern's true origin.